guys, it's Mali and welcome to Let's Talk Personal Finance, the channel where we discuss how to make money and how to manage it. Guess where I am? If you guessed my newly renovated kitchen, you're right. So this video, I'm going to take you guys through the journey that I went through when I renovated my kitchen. I'm going to show you and talk about all of the ups and downs, everything that happened, and I'm going to show you the final results of what the kitchen actually looks like. And this video is probably going to be split into two parts. Part two is where I'll get into the financial details, where I tell you guys where I bought what I bought, how much I paid for everything. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see that video.
Now, we all know every good story has a beginning, and this is the beginning of my kitchen renovation. So this is what my kitchen looked like when I bought the apartment. As you guys can see, it's very big, but it's dated. I really like the breakfast nook that came with the original kitchen. It's very spacious. And I also like the wood. It was very thick, very good quality. And the cupboards on this side were probably the best in the entire kitchen. And right next to it, you can see there's space for a fridge. There is also quite a bit of space above the cupboards, meaning that the cupboards could have been taller. Now, as you guys can see, the stove, oven, and extractor fan are very, very old. I suspect they are the original appliances that were added to this kitchen when it was first built. And look at that oven, guys. It's horrid. It was rusty, it was dirty, and I didn't even check to see if it was working. But I checked the stove and it was barely working. Okay, guys, right next to it, there's the countertop. There's space for two appliances. You can also see that there are drawers. They look pretty good in this video, but I promise you guys, everything looked at least 2 times worse in person. This video does not do it justice. And then here I'm just showing you the cupboard space that was originally available. I don't care that much for the backsplash. But you know, guys, it is what it is. And then on this other side of the kitchen, there is a lovely window which I really like, and it overlooks the backyard, and that's also where the sink area is. I do not like the way the tap is positioned. It looks kind of dated because it is. And right below the sink, you guys saw there's space for one wet appliance, and some more cupboard space. And then we have our door. So now that we know where we started, here's my wish list. My new kitchen also had to have a breakfast nook. I wanted to replace the wooden countertops with quartz. I needed to have a gas stove because, well, you know. I wanted an undermount sink, a pot drawer, a spice rack, a hidden veggie rack, a hidden bin, more cupboard space, space for 2 water appliances, and no handles. I also wanted a white and minimalistic aesthetic. As you guys can see, this was quite an extensive list. So once I had this written down, I went on to find the perfect contractor. So just 2 things to note. I was looking for a contractor who could handle everything. So that's including plumbing, electrical work, the carpentry, the tiling, everything. The second thing is I was not sure if I should keep the kitchen the same size or if I should make it smaller. The first design I got is from a company known as KTB Cupboards. As you can see, the main difference between this design and the original kitchen is the breakfast nook that has been moved to the center of the kitchen. Everything else is still where it was originally. The biggest upside of this design is that by moving the breakfast nook to the center of the kitchen, you're freeing up the space that the original breakfast nook took up, which means that the kitchen can be smaller and the living area can be larger. The second design was done by an individual, and as you can see, the layout is more or less the same as it originally was. There is a veggie rack, which I'm very happy about, a double door fridge, which I do not care for, and only space for one wet appliance. The third and fourth designs were from the same company, C-Tech boards, and they're actually very similar to the first and second designs. I really liked this design. I'm sure you can see why. Everything is white like I wanted. There are no handles, there are pot drawers. It looks sleek, it's minimalist. The fourth design is very similar to the first one in that the breakfast nook has been moved to the center of the kitchen, making it smaller. I also really like this. I also like the fact that the gas stove is on the breakfast nook. Please let me know in the comments below which of the four designs was your favorite. I'm sure you guys can tell which one is my favorite. So without further ado, yes, I ended up going with C-Tech boards. And yes, before I paid the deposit, I had to go check out their warehouse to make sure I wasn't being scammed. Once I verified that C-Tech Boards is a legitimate company, we got started with step one, which is demolition. Yay! After the cupboards were removed, I got a plumber and an electrician. The plumber moved the tap so that it's more in line with the window, and the electrician had to add in more electrical wiring so that we can add plugs for the extractor and for the microwave. Once this was done, the carpenter from C-Tech started installing the kitchen cupboards. And yes, I went with design number 3. And this is what the semi-completed kitchen looked like with the countertops and the cupboards done. There's no tap, no tiles, and the whole place needs to be painted. At this point, I still needed to call an electrician so that they can finish up the plugs as well as connect the oven. I experienced quite a number of setbacks during this entire process. I had to get the electrical work redone twice. I had to get the plumbing redone probably like 8 times. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. I also got water damage in my brand new cupboards, which was absolutely devastating. Yeah, so it's been a roller coaster, and I have more footage, but I'm not going to add it in this video. For those who like this sort of thing, I've created an Instagram page dedicated to that. It's called millie_at_home, as you can see on the screen. On that page, I'm going to be sharing with you guys DIYs, home updates, basically a whole lot of home-centered content. So if you're interested and if that's your thing, please follow that page. So we're starting off with the kitchen door. So this door leads to the backyard, which has a mini patio and like a small backyard. Yeah, I haven't done anything to this door. This is what it came like. I don't think I want to change the color because I think it's a huge commitment, but I definitely need to scrub and clean this door so that it looks better and more presentable. And right next to it, there is space for one wet appliance. So this is where I'll be putting my washing machine. And right next to it, there are 2 cupboards. Right above this cupboard is the sink. I wanted an under-mount sink because I just like the way it looks. It's very clean, but it's just one sink, but it's pretty big, so I think it should be fine. And then right next to it, I have this tap. I got it from Leroy Merlin, and it's a mixer, so it has both hot and cold water, and you can also pull out the tap and use it. Yeah, I really like that feature. And right above that, I installed these blinds, and by I don't mean I actually installed them, but I did choose them. And also, if you guys want to have a closer look at the tile that I ended up choosing, is this gray textured tile. Unfortunately, I don't think you guys can see it, but it's okay. Yeah, okay, you can see it better now. It's not smooth, it's slightly textured. And if we move right onto the side, at the top, there are cupboards, as you can see. And I have some space above the cupboards, between the ceiling and the cupboards, because firstly, my ceilings are very, very high.
and I didn't really want cupboards that reach the ceiling because I wouldn't be able to reach them. And currently, as it stands, I have a hard time reaching the very top shelves. So yeah, it was not necessary for me to really extend them. And right here is where I'll be placing my microwave. It's a little compartment. It's a bit small though, but I can still find a microwave that'll fit there. And if we move down, you will see the first set of drawers. So yeah, in case you guys want to see what the drawer looks like, here it is. And for the middle one, you open it from the bottom. Oh, and also, as you guys can see, I do not have any handles in my kitchen. I did not want handles. I like the look of this. And if you're wondering how I open these cupboards, so at the top I can push to open. I almost said push to start. Oh yeah, and there are 3 shelves. And it's the same thing here. Right, so push to open, push to close, and then at the bottom here, there's no push mechanism. You just pull it because there's space. And as you guys can see, in here is where I keep my gas tank. It's not fully connected yet. Yeah. And also, I just realized I didn't show you guys what's in here, but I pretty much just have the bottom of the sink and the 2 taps, and as you can see, there is some water damage, and that's the electrical socket for the washing machine. I need to get it covered and protected because I don't think it's very safe right now. But what I'm also planning on doing is to add a trash can to the door. So yeah, and I haven't attached it yet, but if you guys want to see what it looks like once it's been attached, go onto my new Instagram page where I'll be sharing at-home content. Right next to the microwave, I have my extractor fan. I bought this from Take-A-Lot. Really like it. I like the shape of it. Yeah. And then below that, I have this gas stove, which is like a deep-fry gas stove. And right below it, I have my electric oven. So this is not a gas oven. Only the stove is gas and the stove is electric. And also, guys, just a pointer for those who are renovating, or maybe you're thinking of installing a gas stove. When you install a gas stove, you have to, by regulation, you're not supposed to have any sockets within 20 centimeters of your gas stove. So for example, here I had my oven isolator switch, and technically speaking, you're not supposed to have it there, which is why it's no longer there. Yeah, so that's just something to keep in mind. If you're doing a renovation and you want a gas stove, ensure that you don't have any sockets or plugs or anything of that sort close to your gas stove. Otherwise, you won't be able to get a certificate of compliance. And then right next to the stove, I have more cupboards up top, and then I have some space for my fridge. And as you guys can see, this fridge is very tiny. It's almost, oh, okay, it's slightly taller than me. You can see me, hey. Yeah. I made the mistake. So when this was being built, right? I just told the contractor that I want a standard single fridge size, and I made the mistake of not doing research on my own. So currently the height of the space, it's like 177 centimeters, whereas your standard fridges are like 185 centimeters tall, which is actually why I have the small fridge, because the fridge that I wanted did not fit here. So yeah, very unfortunate, but yeah, that's something to take from this. Don't make the same mistake I made. And then right next to it, I have something that I'm really excited about. Yeah, it's a spice rack. You saw it. Yeah, so yeah, it's a spice rack. I don't know if you guys want to see it from the top. That's what it looks like. I'm actually probably not gonna use it for spices. I'm still deciding. I'm probably just gonna put like cereals and stuff that fits in big boxes right here. But yeah, if you want to find out what I put in here, go onto my Instagram channel, guys. Oh, I need to stop saying Instagram channel. I meant Instagram page. Next to it, I just have a cupboard. I'm probably gonna store food or something in here. And then right next to that, I'm so excited about this. I really love this. It's so pretty. Look at it, look at it. It's another set of drawers. And I really wanted big drawers because I want to put my pots in here. So this would be my pot drawer. And then I also have these two other drawers. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing or putting in there. But yeah. So guys, this is the kitchen in all its glory. I know you're probably wondering how much did it cost. I need to add it up and I'll tell you in the next video. Right, and then on this side, I have a mini breakfast nook. As you can see, I already have my two bar stools here. If you're wondering, I got them from Game. Here's what they look like. And they were on sale. I got a really good deal. Yeah, so basically it's just a breakfast nook. It's similar to what was originally here. And then on this side, I just have one big cupboard because I don't have like a pantry or any other forms of storage in this house. So I needed a place to put my, I guess, junk, you could say. And then it's just shelves and shelves and shelves. And I'm just gonna fill all of this space with a lot of junk. So guys, that's it for my kitchen renovation. What do you think of this kitchen? Does it look like the design? Do you guys like it? A part of me feels like it's a bit too white. It's a bit too gray, a bit too silver. So yeah, I'd like to hear your thoughts and your comments. As you can see, the floors are still the same. I haven't changed them. I'll update them when I'm retiling the entire apartment. I really hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.